Sometimes you read a headline that just stops you in your tracks. It's about something so ordinary, yet the outcome is anything but. We're talking about a pair of new shoes, a common argument between two teenage brothers in Uttar Pradesh, India. So how did a normal, everyday disagreement like that escalate into such tragedy? Let's break down the reported facts of this really heartbreaking story.
Just read that sentence. A minor dispute turned fatal. It's incredibly jarring, isn't it? It just lays it out there so plainly. It's a shocking statement, and it immediately makes you ask, how? How could things possibly get to this point? So let's unpack the reported sequence of events and see what happened.
Okay, so our story begins on a Monday morning in a village called Chamuka Nuwaka Tola. And from every account, it started just like any other day. But it was a day that would end in just unimaginable grief for one family.
At the very heart of this story are two brothers, and they were really close in age. You have the elder brother, 16-year-old Suraj Sharma, and his younger brother, Laxman, who was just 15.
So what was the catalyst for all of this? What kicked off this tragedy? Well, the answer is almost unbelievable in how simple it is. According to the news reports, the whole conflict ignited over a new pair of shoes they'd ordered online, and it was a simple argument about who was going to get to wear them first.
So, what started as a totally normal sibling squabble, something we've probably all had, was about to turn into something so much worse. This disagreement was on the verge of spiraling into uncontrollable physical violence.
Now, this timeline, which is based on the police report, shows a frighteningly rapid progression. I mean, look at this. At 10:30 in the morning, it's just an argument. But then, it escalates incredibly quickly into a physical fight, and then you have the critical moment. In what the police described as a fit of rage, Suraj allegedly attacked his brother, and Lakshman just collapsed right there on the spot.
The details that came out in the police report really highlight how impulsive and tragic this all was. The weapon wasn't premeditated or anything like that. It was a pair of scissors, just a normal household item. The report states that Laxman had multiple injuries, and they were focused on his head and his hands. So, right after the attack, what followed was just a desperate, panicked effort by the family members who were there. They were just trying to do anything they could to save Laxman's life.
The family acted fast. They really did, but the outcome was just tragic. First, they rushed Laxman to a local community health center. But his condition was so bad, so critical, that they immediately referred him to the bigger district hospital. But by the time he got there, it was already too late. The doctors declared him brought dead.
With Laxman's death confirmed, the whole situation shifted. It went from a medical emergency to a legal matter. And that's when the local police force began their formal response to this tragedy.
This quote from the additional superintendent of police really highlights two crucial things here. First, just the profound, utter shock that has completely enveloped this family. And second, a key legal fact, that both Suraj and Laxman were minors.
So, the police have now confirmed the official status of the case. A formal investigation is open, Laxman's death has been attributed directly to his injuries, and legal proceedings against his older brother are officially underway.
When you really boil this entire event down, this is what you're left with. It's a devastating chain reaction that started with something so incredibly mundane, a simple argument. That argument was then fueled by a very brief, uncontrollable moment of rage, and it resulted in an outcome that is permanent, irreversible, for absolutely everyone involved.
And that's really the essence of all the reported facts. It leaves us with a heavy question, but a vital one. How does something so fleeting, something that can pass in a second like a moment of rage, end up leading to a tragedy that lasts a lifetime?